Hi, crafty friends. Welcome back to my channel. This is Lillian. Hope everybody is having a great day. I am here to share a flip through of this mini album that I just completed. This paper collection is wonderful. I'm so glad I did this album with it, especially since my family and I just got back from a summer vacation. It's going to be perfect. So the collection that I used was, here, let me give you my little, I have a 6x6 paper pad. It's from Prima Marketing, and it's Postcards from Paradise. It's gorgeous. First of all, look at the colors. Gorgeous. The green, the teal, the pinks. And it's just beautiful. I have the 12x12, I got the 6x6, I got the ephemera. It's gorgeous. Look at how beautiful that is. So I used the paper collection to make the book, and I love the way it came out. Definitely, the green was the pink and the green was the focal point, but it has a pop of teal in there that I definitely am going to make another book to make that the focal point. And so here it is. And yes, I'm looking at the side and I'm thinking it needs something, a dangle. What do you guys think? Dangle, ephemera, maybe flowers. I don't know. I like the clean look as well because it has a lot of the layering ephemera, but it's this cascading book and the binding is super easy. There's no rings to it. There's no, you're not punching any holes. You're just nesting the pages. So I saw this from, I think her name is Anya. She's on an international design team. I will link her YouTube and Instagram, but I was inspired by her mini album. So let's go ahead and get started with the flip through, starting with the front. I mean, I used the paper that already comes with this, window, and it comes with the parrot here, or cockatiel, what is it? And so what I did is I just used more of the ephemera and I just placed it over to give it more of a 3D look. So did I fussy cut? Because you have elements that you could fussy cut, and then there's a lot of ephemera. I think I fussy cutted him, if I remember correctly. I can't remember. But here's one element. I popped this one. I cut apart one of the ephemeras because I just wanted to use this piece. Look at these leaves. Aren't they gorgeous? I love those leaves. So I popped those up. These are one of my favorite flowers, which is from Scrap Diva Design. And this is the edge flower. I thought they were perfect. And then throughout the book, very minor. I don't know if I might go back and add some more, but I added these little elements, these little gemmies here on the green flowers only, just to give it a little pop. I could have gone crazy, but I didn't want to, just because the book has a lot of this layering ephemera. So let's go ahead and get started. And I used this cute little ribbon. And so when we open it up, here on this page, I had some of this material. I've had it forever, and I thought, oh my God, this is perfect. So I added a little bit here. I did one of the postcards that is part of their cut apart. And then again, what I did is I got ephemera and I just popped it on top just to give it the overlay. And you'll notice that some of them are popped and some of them I did not, just to give it almost, just different dimension. And then here, I thought this was so pretty. So I just kind of did a little pop again with the ephemera. So there's a cluster of flowers underneath, but I just added, popped the ephemera. As you can see, I popped this one. I didn't pop this one. I glued this one. I popped this. And I popped this. So again, just to give it different dimensions here. So that's the first. And then if I wanted to add like a little journal, a little picture here, or I just think it looks so cute. Maybe I'll add the title of where we stayed, the date, you could do there. And then as you open it, so you come to this page. And so here again, I put some of this and I had some of the teal. So remember I mentioned it has some teal in there. So you could totally make a project that focus on the teal and pink rather than the green as I did. But I added this. I popped him. Again, this is all ephemera. And then I glued this here. And I just put it out of the edge just to let me know that there's a flip through there. So when I turn it, I popped this guy up just barely, and this too, because I wanted the tag to be able to be pulled out, because I think I'm going to do some journaling here. I might make another tag just to house two, but look at how cute that is. So all I did is I glued his head, I glued the bottom of the stamp, so it'll keep the tag. And then here I started with pink. This is where my picture is going to be. The rest of the book has white. Since I had already laid down the pink, I was like, it's no big deal. I'm going to print out a picture here. And you could do one big picture. You could do two small pictures. Like, I mean, you just have this real estate to play with. So, and then this flip here, I added this piece so I could put a picture here. And then as you see in the background, it has the pink foliage. And I just popped another foliage on it and then a pineapple, which I really like that. And then I had cut a flower in half because I only needed the half. So the other half I put it here and then I added the jemmies. And then I did, back in the day when I first started scrapbooking, remember doing the pencil, the pen around? I don't know if anybody remembers that or if anybody used to do that. I used to do that all the time. And it just gives it a shabby chic element that I might do once I placed my pictures, depending. But I thought it looked really good. And then as we flip over, there's one here. I put a postcard. I could add, I think I might add something here to make this pop. But on this side, I did for two pictures. Again, you could do one whole picture. This is where I decided to put the white. Doesn't matter. I'm going to put pictures. And then as we flip through it, I left this blank, putting the jemmies. See, there's the jemmies on all of the green flowers. I didn't do it on anything else. And it was so pretty that I left it. So I think once I start printing my pictures, because there's a lot of areas where I could put pictures, but I left this because it's so pretty. And if I need to use it for maybe some journaling, or maybe just leave it that way, I mean, I'll decide once I print out my pictures. And then there's this side. Again, I started, this is where I was using the pink paper. But picture goes here. I did this cluster using all the ephemera, and I made sure that I popped it on the side. So if I wanted to put the picture, see, it goes nice and easy there. So I tend to do that a lot with my albums because I want to, my OCD wants to put the picture in there, but I don't have it printed. So of course I'll put, you know, the placeholder, right? But I'm like, what am I going to do? So I always do the gluing of the side so I could slip in the picture, which makes it easy for me. And so again, even after I place my picture, once I see it, I might add more flowers once the pictures are in. So, but this is a good start. The next page, I do a picture here, little pop. Look at how pretty that is. All of the ephemera in this collection is gorgeous, and they give you so much. The flowers, the clusters, the individuals, little postcards. It's just beautiful. And so I made this for a picture here, a big picture here. And as you see, I only glued the side. That way I could slip in my picture. Or I could have done 2 pictures. My next page, another picture here, and I added some of this kind of loose so I could I could insert my picture there. And then on this flip, I added some of the pink one here. And this is part of the, oops, here, this is on the other side. This is one of their cut aparts. And then I did the clustering. I popped some clustering here. I wish they gave me more. They gave more of this. I think I practically used them all just because they were my favorite. And then on this side, again, look at how gorgeous. So he was on the page, but I definitely fussy cutted him because you get in the 12 by 12, you get 2 pages that you could fussy cut. And so I fussy cutted him. I didn't want him to pop just because of closing of the album, but I think it does give it a little 3D effect there. And I thought it was beautiful. So picture, beautiful. And then here on this side, I did it like in the beginning where I put this ephemera. I glued it only here. That way I can slot in my tag for journaling. And then this is part of an ephemera. So I just glued it on the tag. And again, if I need more journaling, I could create another tag and they will fit perfectly there. So then you close that out, you flip it. I made this a pretty page. So this is one of their cut aparts, and I just popped this ephemera on it, which is what the picture of the cut apart is. And then I added this piece here. And then on this side, I did for picture. And look at these clusters. Look at how gorgeous these are. And in the green, I did the little gemmy. So very subtle. I didn't want to overwhelm it just because I think the clusters are pretty. And again, when I put in the picture, I'll be careful. So see, I'll be able to put it in the corner there. So I only glued the corners. I could have waited, but you know, you want to see the whole thing and you know, and it's all its glory. So, but perfect. This is one of my favorite pages. Well, it all is. Right? And then more clustering here, another pretty page. It was a cluster of flowers, and I just popped just different elements here. And so some are really popped high, lower, and just glued down. So here, let me do it this way so you could kind of see. And then I decided to do 2 pictures here. And I glued the greenery. I could certainly add the pink, but I like the greenery too. And then in my last page, I could put a picture here, but I decided to put these cut aparts. So depending on how many pictures I have, I'll decide. But again, I just glued the corner, but I could certainly use this as journaling or as, you know, to layer a picture here. And then my last page was a decorative page. Again, this is one of their cut-aparts. Actually, yeah, it's one of their cut-aparts. And it has flowers. It's not a straight cut. It has flowers. And all I did is I just popped it with more of the, added some more of the ephemera. But I think it's gorgeous. I'm super happy. There was just, it comes with so much of the ephemera that you just can't go wrong. I mean, once you start, you know, layering it, it just starts forming, and you just add and you can't go wrong because it's so beautiful. So I will, again, this was inspired from another crafter that she did this book. So I will link her YouTube and her Instagram if you want to follow. It was really, really easy. I thought it was very different. I especially like how you could see the waterfall. So, and then if you haven't gotten this paper collection, you should, because look at how gorgeous this is. So again, remember I mentioned it does have pops of teal. So if you wanted to make, you know, the book more focused on a pink and teal, you totally could. I focused it on green, but either or will work. So I hope you enjoyed this flip through, and thanks for stopping by. I will catch you on the next one. Bye.